Upon observing the celestial night sky, the ancients crafted numerous tales. They were the result of their uncertainties, fears, and an awe at humanity's place in the apparently vast universe. Numerous of these tales constitute the religious cosmologies of contemporary cultures. In them, we can observe how the ancients contemplated every aspect of the universe, from its origin to its ultimate fate. The concept of an infinite number of universes beyond our own, the multiverse, also plays an important role. Hello everyone, welcome back. You are watching Zeey, and today we'll be examining the multiverse through the eyes of our ancestors. Do you need answers to the major questions? Then why not subscribe to Zeey for more videos like this one, and ring the bell for more thought-provoking information. The concept that there are multiple worlds has a lengthy history. Ancient Greek philosophy includes some of the earliest mentions. During a time when everything seemed to be questioned, the endeavor to comprehend reality itself was ongoing and constantly expanding. From the 5th century BCE onward, for instance, the atomists taught that matter consisted of indivisible particles. Then, they believed that the universe was an accident caused by atoms colliding in an infinite void. Given the infinite nature of this vacuum, it was believed that atomic collisions would also give rise to an infinite number of other worlds. Particularly, Democritus believed that a vast variety of worlds existed in various states of formation or dissolution, some of which could sustain life and others of which could not. It was one of the earliest genuinely paradigm-shifting perspectives on the universe's structure and one of the earliest precursors to the multiverse theory. However, the Stoics had their own viewpoint. They believed that logos, or reason, permeated and directed the universe, determining its course. According to them, the world went through cycles in which it was engulfed by fire and then reborn, unfolding in the same manner each time. While this is not the same as the existence of multiple worlds at the same time, it still generates an infinite number of possible worlds in time, which exist one after the other after the other. And in fact, it's a paradigm that's been proposed elsewhere more notably. The concept of a cyclical universe is common in Eastern thought, particularly Hindu cosmology. Hinduism views time as cyclical and subject to processes of creation, preservation, and dissolution, as opposed to linear. According to Hindu scripture, time is divided into epochs known as yugas, each of which is shorter and more morally degenerate than the previous one, until the cycle repeats. Sacred texts and traditions also make reference to the existence of parallel versions of humans and spirits inhabiting multiple worlds. The Brahma Vaivarta Purana poses the question, who will search through the vast infinities of space to count the universes side by side, each with its own Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva? Thus, multiplicity is a fundamental concept in Hindu cosmology and religion. The Bhagavata Purana refers to innumerable universes that wander about like particles of dust floating through the air, but are also a part of the self. It teaches, there are an infinite number of universes other than this one, and although they are infinitely vast, they move like elements within you. Therefore you are referred to as limitless. This is shared with Buddhist cosmology, which also posits multiple realms, many of which reflect different spiritual states. An intriguing and crucial implication of this is that it may be possible to not only comprehend the multiverse, but also to access it. More generally, the similarities between Hindu cosmology and contemporary scientific theories of the universe are especially startling. Some Hindu traditions, for instance, hold that the universe began and will terminate in a point known as a bindu. This resembles the scientific concept of a gravitational singularity and indefinitely dense point in spacetime in a striking way. The Big Bang arose from this singularity, according to the most widely acknowledged scientific model. It's possible that our universe will disintegrate back into a singularity during the Big Crunch, although this is not the most widely accepted theory. Some scientists believe that this could also result in a big bounce, another Big Bang in which the universe is created anew as part of an apparently infinite series. This model, however, is reminiscent of the cycle of creation and annihilation in Hindu cosmology, which is guided by the Hindu trinity of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Despite the fact that it may sound somewhat chaotic, there is an element of order to the multiple realities of Hindu thought. Each universe consists of lokas, also known as planes of existence. The term Trailokya refers to earth, paradise, and hell. The Puranas then describe 14 realms, 7 of which are higher and 7 of which are lower. Earth is the 7th world from the highest. The topmost loka, Satyaloka, is where the creator god Brahma resides. As one descends into the lower lokas, the realms of peace and order give way to those of disorder and torment, with Nagaloka, the realm of demons, snake people, and immorality, being the worst. Again, this hierarchy functions as a reflection of the human soul, which ascends and descends through the various planes based on their moral decisions and the karma they generate. Then these ancient philosophies either made little space for deities or posited an abundance of them. They contemplated the existence of an individual in the vastness of the cosmos, attempting to make sense of it through increasingly intricate structures. Eventually other traditions would link the multiverse to a central figurehead or force. In reality, it has always been a significant hub for the exchange of ideas. Between spirituality and physics, between religion and science. Perhaps it simply appeals to the insatiable human desire for knowledge, perhaps to always suspect that there is more to be discovered. During the second millennium AD, the crossover into science began to solidify itself. The English scholar Robert Grosseteste discussed the metaphysical essence of light in his 1225 treatise De Luce. He believed that the universe arose from a single point of light, which has inspired contemporary comparisons to the Big Bang. Grosseteste theorized that as the universe expanded, the outermost layer of light thickened, forming a firmament. Light beaming inward would also thicken, forming another sphere within the first, and so on, with multiple shells nested within one another. In this fashion, the model may be interpreted as spawning an infinite number of distinct planes of existence. And while this is quite distinct from our modern conception of the multiverse, it nevertheless has a unique and intriguing resonance. In his late 16th century work on the infinite universe and worlds, the Italian philosopher and astronomer Giordano Bruno also contemplated the multiverse. Bruno would argue, contrary to the geocentric view that the universe revolves around the Earth, that the universe has no center and no circumference and that there are an infinite number of identical worlds. Nevertheless, the Church was a significant proponent of the alternative, Aristotle's geocentric view, during this period of intellectual development. The Church deemed Bruno's cosmological concepts heretical, and he was consequently executed in 1600. However, to the modern consciousness, his remarks anticipate the contemporary multiverse debate. Clearly then, the multiverse is a concept that has been investigated by numerous cosmologies, with each proposing its own version. In addition to the schools of the ancient Greeks, Hindus, and medieval scholars, numerous other cultures have adopted the multiverse model to accompany particular esoteric practices. These range from traditions that emphasize a strictly spiritual plane of existence to Islamic, Jewish, Mormon and New Age writings on other physical worlds or realms. Collectively, these traditions have contributed to the multifaceted development of the multiverse as a concept in contemporary science and philosophy. Superhero films and science fiction stories have aided in advancing this belief to the point where it is now a universally held one. On this issue in particular, society has made significant progress. Once considered esoteric, the concept of a multiverse is now prominent in numerous contemporary cosmological theories. Originating from attempts to contextualize humanity's position in the universe, the multiverse has evolved not only as a spiritual philosophy, but also as a physical model that could adequately explain the mysteries of our universe as we observe and experience them. It could be argued that our predecessors paved the way, despite the fact that we've made significant strides in our comprehension and position within observable reality. Although their reliance on religious mythos constructed from their subjective experiences, imagination, and curiosity may appear unscientific, these same elements have enriched and inspired thinkers throughout history. By tracing the paths of our past, we are able to pursue a deeper comprehension of our reality. And this is what we can learn from the ancient concept of the multiverse. What are your thoughts? Is there anything we left out? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to stay up to date on our latest content.